By the way, I know this show is horribly Hollywood single, and real quick, I was going to throw in, I had a really bad Valentine's Day. This was like a year and a half, I think, a year before I met my lady. So I had dated this girl for about 6 months, right? We met on J-Date. J-Date's like the Jewish Tinder.
Yeah.
All right. And
but Adam, how Jewish are you?
Not really Jewish.
Right?
I mean, just enough.
You're so awesome.
My mother's Christian. I ended up taking her name. My last name used to be Cohen. I switched it to Carr. I wanted to be monosyllabic because I figured Jewish people don't work in this town.
But
a lot of people change their name, like Nicolas Cage.
No, Adam Carr's a great name. It's a great name.
Brad Garrett, Kat Dennings, Natalie Portman. They all changed their names.
Yeah.
But I dated this girl. I won't tell you what her name was, but the nickname my friends gave her is terrible, Virgin Lupus. So I know it's terrible, right? I was still a virgin when I left, and we had dated and then broke up around Christmas.
Okay.
And then it was Valentine's Day.
So she wanted, or you wanted?
I wanted. So I was at an ArcLight. I won't tell you which ArcLight, but I'm just getting tanked on Sapphire martinis, right? Which used to be my thing. If I wanted to go dark, I went gin. If I wanted to relax, I'd go Kettle One vodka.
Lonely guy, or you brought her to the
lonely guy?
Lonely guy. But it's Valentine's Eve or Valentine's Day?
I believe it's Valentine's. It's Valentine's evening.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna sit at this bar. Maybe I'll see a movie in a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm single.
Actually, by the way, sounds like a good Valentine's to a guy like me. Right? Yeah, have a couple of drinks, go see a movie at the ArcLight. I'm in.
So I'm starting to think about stuff, and you go through denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, whatever. And I take out my phone and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna text her. And I very stupidly, I was very vulnerable, a little drunk. That always helps. And I wrote something like, hey, didn't think we'd be spending Valentine's Day alone, but I certainly wish you the best.
Oh, no.
And I hope you're doing well, right?
Okay.
So just write that.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Get a response back that says like, hey, dude, so-and-so, won't say her name, can't come to the phone right now. She's out having a really good time. You should be having a really good time too. Peace. Like signed one of her male friends.
Oh, boy.
So I order like 2 shots of Jameson. I decide I'm gonna we call it going red, right? Like red kryptonite with Superman makes him bad in the movie. So I just take all this stuff and I'm like, you know what? Dwayne Johnson's had that movie, that earthquake movie or whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna go see that movie. I'm like, screw it.
Okay.
So I get up there and I asked the woman who's running the thing. It's like midnight, so it's like the very last time before you can go in and see a movie.
Okay.
So I say, hey, I want to see this movie, and but the movie had already started. So I'm like, all right, I'll sneak in and see that earthquake movie. I'll go see another film, whatever it was. I had to pretend and say I was going to see the Dwayne Johnson movie. And I was just going to go in and see another one that had already started. And I was like, whatever. And so, I start walking and they're like, excuse me, your 3D goggles. And I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, the lie. Yeah, give me that. I'm like, yeah, got them. So I'm walking again. She goes, well, actually, theoretically, we're not supposed to let you in now because it's after midnight. But because we started the movie late and, it's our fault, I'll allow you
that was kind.
to go in this time. But the way she said it was a very curb fuck you thing. She was like, I'll allow you.
I really don't like the ArcLight.
To go in, right? Thank you.
I just feel this so...
You don't like paying $18 for caramel corn?
It's just so... And by the way, and the food is just mediocre and they're just too snobby.
Yeah, it's too snobby, right?
Too snobby, yeah.
They haven't earned it. So she says, like, I'll allow you to go in, right? And I'm like, all right, thanks. And then, of course, I'm getting into that place where, like, I'm just playing over arguments with Virgin Lupus, and I'm playing over, like, I'll allow you to go in, I'll allow you to go in, and I'm just playing, and it's like, I'll allow you to go in. And I'm sitting in the movie theater, and there's, like, 6 couples, and they're all, like, making out with each other, and I'm like, oh, great, like, they're having sex tonight, I'm not having sex tonight, it's Valentine's Day, screw this. I get so pissed. I wait. It's like 2 a.m.
No,
I'm
this
drunk.
Is bad.
They leave the theater, and I just rationalized it in my head. I could have been caught. This is terrible. I literally drop my pants. I pee in the theater seat.
No.
I pee in the theater seat, and I go, you know what? I hope this is her favorite theater, and I hope this is her favorite seat, and I hope she comes in and sits down in a seat full of piss tomorrow. I hate you. I hate this day. And I just went off. And literally, darkest moment dating, it's one of them. And literally the next day, I'm like just walking around, and I was like going for a jog, and I'm like, what did I do last night? I'm like, I went to ArcLight, and I had some, and I texted Virgin Lupus, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, if I had been caught, I would be a registered sex offender now. Like
amazing.
my whole
Yes, happy
life.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's